Hello viewers, welcome to Big Man Business YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Ireland's top imports. Keep watching, we got you covered. In 2020, Ireland exported items worth $178.7 billion around the world. This figure represents a 35.4% growth from 2016 and a 4.7% annual increase from 2019 to 2020. Geographically, Ireland is the second largest island in the British Isles, Europe's third largest island, and the world's 20th largest island. By value, 53.2% of Ireland's exports were supplied to fellow European countries, while 32.7% were sold to North American buyers, according to a continental perspective. Another 12.1% of Ireland's exports went to Asia. Africa, 0.9%, Oceania, 0.6%, and Latin America, without Mexico but includes the Caribbean, received smaller percentages, also 0.6%. If you're new to the Big Man Business YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive updates on new business expert videos. For more international business news and updates, please visit www.bigmanbusiness.com. Ireland's top trading partners. The following is a list of 15 of Ireland's most important trading partners in terms of export sales. That is, in terms of dollar value, the nations that imported the greatest Irish shipments in 2020. The percentage of total Irish exports for each import nation is also indicated. 1. United States, $53.8 billion, 30.1% of Ireland's total exports. 2. Belgium, $20.4 billion, 11.4%. 3. Germany, $19.9 billion, 11.1%. 4. United Kingdom, $16.5 billion, 9.3%. 5. China, $11.2 billion, 6.3%. 6. Netherlands, $9.7 billion, 5.4%. 7. France, $5.8 billion, 3.2%. 8. Italy, $5.2 billion, 2.9%. 9. Switzerland, $3.7 billion, 2.1%. 10. Japan, $3.1 billion, 1.7%. 11. Spain, $2.8 billion, 1.5%. 12. Greece, $2 billion, 1.1%. 13. Canada, $1.9 billion, 1.1%. 14. Mexico, $1.5 billion, 0.9%. 15. Poland, $1.3 billion, 0.7%. In 2020, nearly 9/10, 88.9%, of Irish exports will be sent to the above 15 trade partners. Greece, with an increase of 114.4%, was the fastest growing of Ireland's top imports. Germany, up 30.5%, China, up 21.4%, Italy, up 20.7%, and Belgium, up 20.7%, are among the other countries with double-digit percentage improvements, up 17.6%. Switzerland was the country with the biggest drop in imports from Ireland, down -40.7% year-on-year. Ireland's top imports. In 2020, Ireland imported $98 billion in goods from throughout the world, up 19.4% from 2016, but decreasing -3.5% from 2019 to 2020. The euro has appreciated by 3.1% against the US dollar since 2016, according to the average exchange rate for 2020, and has increased by 2% from 2019 to 2020. Ireland's imports paid in weaker US dollars were relatively more expensive when converted from euros due to the stronger EU currency. Imports from Ireland account for 0.5% of overall global imports, which totaled $19.085 trillion in 2019. From a continental viewpoint, Other European nations accounted for 73.1% of Ireland's total imports by value in 2020. 14.2% of Ireland's import purchases came from North American trading partners, while 10.8% came from Asia. Latin America, 1%, omitting Mexico but including the Caribbean, Africa, 0.4%, and Oceania, 0.2%, led by Australia and New Zealand, accounted for far lesser percentages of Irish imports. Given Ireland's population of 5 million people, the country's total $98 billion in 2020 imports equates to nearly $19,600 in annual product demand from each individual in the European island nation. The following product groups account for the majority of Ireland's import purchases in 2020. The percentage proportion of each product category in terms of total imports into Ireland is also given. Aircraft, spacecraft, $14.3 billion, 14.6% of total imports. Machinery including computers, $11.9 billion, 12.2%. Pharmaceuticals, $10.2 billion, 10.4%. Organic chemicals, $9.6 billion, 9.8%. Electrical machinery, equipment, $6.6 billion, 6.8%. Mineral fuels including oil, $4 billion, 4.1%. Vehicles, $3.7 billion, 3.8%. Optical, technical, medical apparatus, $3.6 billion, 3.7%. Plastics, plastic articles, $3 billion, 3%. Beverages, spirits, vinegar, $1.2 billion, 1.2%. Ireland's top imports account for over three-quarters, 69.7%, of the total value of its foreign goods purchases. Organic chemicals, up 69%, pharmaceuticals, up 33.8%, and beverages-related goods all grew at the quickest rate from 2019 to 2020, up 11.9%. The very capital-intensive aircraft and spacecraft category led the decliners with a -39.6% drop year-over-year. Ireland's top exports. The Republic of Ireland, which is separate from Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom, sent $178.7 billion worth of goods throughout the world in 2020. This figure represents a 35.4% growth from 2016 and a 4.7% annual increase from 2019 to 2020. The euro has appreciated by 3.1% against the US dollar since 2016, according to the average exchange rate for 2020, and has increased by 2% from 2019 to 2020. For many overseas buyers, Ireland's goods paid for in weaker US dollars were relatively more expensive due to the stronger EU euro. Blood fractions, including antisera, pharmaceutical mixtures and dose, organic compounds, particularly heterocyclics, electronic circuits, and electromedical equipment were Ireland's top export items by value in 2020. In all, the big exports accounted for 60.1% of Ireland's total export sales. This percentage indicates that the variety of exported items is somewhat concentrated. Ireland is a world leader in the export of blood fractions such as antisera, as well as a top exporter of medications and medicines in general. On the worldwide market, the European country is also a key competitor selling medical, surgical, and veterinarian instruments. According to the most recent available country-specific data, importers in the United States, 30.1% of the global total, Belgium, 11.4%, Germany, 11.1%, the United Kingdom, 9.3%, China, 6.3%, the Netherlands, 5.4%, France, 3.2%, Italy, 2.9%, Switzerland, 2.1%, Japan, 1.7%, Spain, 1.5%, and Greece, 1.5%, purchased 86.3% of products exported from Ireland, 1.1%. In terms of value, 53.2% of Ireland's exports were sent to other European countries, while 32.7% were sold to North American importers. Another 12.1% of Ireland's exports went to Asia. Africa, 0.9%, Oceania, 0.6%, and Latin America, without Mexico but includes the Caribbean, received smaller percentages, also 0.6%. Given Ireland's population of 5 million people, the island country's total export goods worth of $178.7 billion in 2020 equates to an astounding $35,700 for each resident. In terms of monetary value, the following export product groups will account for the majority of Irish global shipments in 2020. The percentage share of each export category in terms of total exports from Ireland is also shown. $65.7 billion in pharmaceuticals, 36.8% of total exports. $40.5 billion in organic chemicals, 22.7%. $13.5 billion in optical, technical, and medical equipment, 7.6%. $12.7 billion in electrical machinery and equipment, 7.1%. $9.2 billion on machinery, including computers, 5.1%. $4.8 billion in perfumes and cosmetics, 2.7%. $3.6 billion in meat, 2%. $3.3 billion in dairy, eggs, and honey, 1.9%. $3.3 billion in other chemical goods, 1.9%. $2.8 billion for aircraft and spacecraft, 1.6%. The top 10 exports from Ireland accounted for 89.2% of the total value of the country's global shipments. Pharmaceuticals are the fastest growing export category among the top 10, with a 23.1% increase since 2019. Organic chemicals came in second with a 13.7% increase in export sales. Electrical machinery and equipment shipments from Ireland grew at the third fastest rate, increasing by 7.1% year-over-year. The fragrances and cosmetics sector, which plunged -45.4%, was the worst loser among Ireland's top 10 export categories. Thanks for watching this video. We are open to suggestions. Kindly drop your comments in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe to the Big Man Business YouTube channel. See you in the next video.